Hello guys, welcome to the Train Parrot. The hash ribbons indicator has just flashed buy signal on the daily. We've been waiting for this moment for months. This signal in the past has offered massive performance, and it indicates that the miners may have completed their capitulation, which is extremely bullish for the price of Bitcoin, especially considering that we are just below the all-time high. In today's video, we're going to look into the past performance of the indicator on the daily and on the weekly. We're going to explain what this indicator means. What are the components of the indicator so you get a better understanding, and hopefully this can help you decide whether you can trust this signal or if we should be actually ignoring it. For that, we're going to look into how to interpret the data, and of course, we're going to also present some limitations of the indicator. Guys, if this is the type of content that you like to watch, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I put out one of these videos. And if you feel like supporting the channel, watch this video until the very end and do not go anywhere without leaving a comment down below. That is critical for the channel to continue growing in the way it's doing. Thanks so much. So here we have the buy signal that we've been waiting for. Pretty much I have covered the indicator since we flashed capitulation back in mid-May in 2024. We were so close to get a buy signal around the 17th of June, but that ended up being a fake out without a buy signal. We just got the very green bubble in here, which usually comes once we get a bullish cross on the two MAs that are part of the hash ribbons. And today we have the buy signal. But what is the hash ribbons indicator? The hash ribbons is a technical analysis tool used primarily in the context of Bitcoin to identify potential buy signals and the health of the Bitcoin mining ecosystem. This indicator leverages data from Bitcoin hash rate and mining difficulty to provide insights into market cycles and miner behavior. The hash ribbons uses three different components. The hash rate, number one, which is the total computational power used by Bitcoin miners to process transactions and secure the network. It is typically expressed in hashes per second. Then you have the mining difficulty, a measure of how difficult it is to find a new block compared to the easiest it can ever be. And finally, you have two moving averages, a short-term moving average, SMA, and a long-term moving average, LMA. One is a 30-day and one is a 60-day. You can see the two moving averages in here, and the fast one is crossing above the slow one, and that is giving us the buy signal. As we explained before, we have two states. One is the capitulation, and then we have the recovery. In this case, we have two capitulation consecutive events. The first one was on the 15th of May, and the second one was on the 19th of June. Sometimes you just get one capitulation followed by the buy signal. Like for example, we have here in July. Right after that, we have a great performance to the upside at the beginning of the bull market, and we also have a capitulation when we were exiting the bottom of the bull market. The buy signal triggered at around 20K, and since then, the price of Bitcoin continued going high. We can also review the performance of this buy signal that occurred in the middle of the bear market. The capitulation started from prices of 19K. Unknowingly, the signal went live on the 21st of August, and from then the price went down and then up. So we could argue that from that 21K, we had a drawdown to 16K, a little bit lower than that, and then we started going higher. Typically, you can expect that buy signals can have some drawdown. In this case, the drawdown was of 27%, which is quite significant. So I wouldn't take a buy signal necessarily as an entry to go with high leverage or anything like that, but more as a sign that there is a recovery from the miners. A hypothesis behind the hash ribbons buy signal is that if they have stopped to suffer and capitulate and sell Bitcoin due to the stress of having to mine that Bitcoin under not ideal conditions, like for example, they need to pay bills that are too expensive, and then suddenly they start producing Bitcoin and making good profits, that typically indicates the health of the network. The hash rate should go higher, the miners should be making money. In summary, everybody's happy, and why shouldn't the price of Bitcoin reflect that and go higher too? Even though the daily tends to give very, very good entries, as we can see here, I tend to trust more the signals on the weekly. Of course, you need to arm yourself with a lot of extra patience because that can take a way longer to trigger, and you might miss part of the rally if you have to wait for a weekly signal. Luckily, on the weekly, we can see here that the signal is appearing, but be careful because we are halfway during the week. And I have seen this morning the buy wasn't there. And now with the movements of the price and the movements of the hash rate, the buy signal still is information. So it might repaint, or in other words, appear and disappear throughout this week. And only after Sunday, we will see if the signal is still there in the chart. On the daily, it seems to have settled because it's drawn on the previous candle. Initially, I was worried whether this buy signal is based on data from the current candle but being plotted in the previous candle, but I think that's not the case. You can see that the crossover has already happened and now the MAs are located around here. I also look at the code of the hash ribbons, which is open source, and I can see that they are pulling the current candle data, meaning that we shouldn't expect, at least from the day signal, any repainting, which is good news, meaning that potentially this buy signal will stay there by the end of today. The signal generation, the buy signal, the most notable signal generated by the hash ribbons indicator is the buy signal. This occurs when the short-term hash rate moving averages crosses above the long-term moving average. This crossover is often seen as an indicator that the worst of the mining capitulation is over and that a potential price recovery could be on the horizon. The indicator, as I mentioned, is used for long-term trends. Some of the limitations are the delay and the external factors. The delay is because of the nature of moving averages. They typically signal something that has already happened. They are not a leading indicator, so if there was a pullback on the hash rate or on the price, that's when we can expect the drawdown to happen. And you can also have external factors. The hash rate and mining difficulty are influenced by a variety of factors, including changes in mining technology, regulatory environment, and energy costs, which may not always correlate directly in Bitcoin's price. Personally, just judging by past performance in a bull market, I struggle big to be able to find any signal that hasn't had substantial upside, even on the daily. The weekly, 100%. The daily, extremely high percentage of very high returns coming right after the buy signal, sometimes some drawdown. The drawdown, though, typically tends to happen during bear markets, not on bull markets. And even during the period of COVID, we can see that after this signal, we have a 43% right after the COVID crash. Then in the capitulation from COVID, it was up only. You have also this minor capitulation in July that led to 33%. And even after a correction, you stay in profit and then continue the upside move. The most scary capitulation that I can see here in the middle of a bull market is in 2021. Once we have this period of over 100 days experiencing minor capitulation, and only when the price went back to 40, it started running to 69, and that was the all-time high that followed this buy signal. So personally, I will expect a good outcome from this signal. Let me know in the comments what is your opinion and how much you trust this signal. I hope you are excited as well. Guys, I'm currently hosting a position airdrop of $500 on Bybit. All you have to do is look for the first link in the description. There's all the instructions. You just trade with $100 and you get 500 extra to trade. And if you sign up, using my referral link for Bybit, you can unlock up to 30,000 in rewards. And that doesn't end just there, because if you use my referral from Bybit, you can join my Discord server, and by providing your Bybit UID in this channel, you can get 70% discount on any of the memberships of the Trading Parrot. This is going to grant you access to a huge library of indicators that are going to help you navigate the market. Many of them, I use them in the videos, and a vast number of advanced tools to automate trading bots and use them as entry conditions, backtesting, and a lot more. If you already have a Bybit account and you want to transfer your referral code to mine so you can enjoy these perks, I left instructions in the Discord server, and you can also use a Palau residence digital card, which is going to allow you to trade with Bybit from pretty much anywhere in the world. I left you a discount code for the Palau residence card as well, and there's a video with a review with step by step. It's extremely easy. In a few days you just get the residence card and you're ready to go with your Bybit account to trade with bots or trading manual as well. Guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Hit the like and write down a comment down below. Really appreciate those too. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.